Last year, I brought you Wives in Power, women that have made it to the top while juggling their careers and their families. And then I thought to myself, how about those who are running businesses? Is it much easier for them? How do we start and grow thriving businesses while juggling our families? I'm excited that this month I'll be bringing to you Moms in Business. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're still in our series of moms in business, and I have another special mom today. She's thriving in business, and I just thought she should be here. Diana, welcome to the channel.
Oh, Alisa, thank you so much for having me. I'm honored.
Oh, thank you. Now, I've been seeing you. You have an amazing business, but these guys don't know about it. Tell them what business you have, who you are. Are you married, children? Let it all out.
Lovely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
My name is Diana Habasa, and I am married with 3 children. I have 3 girls. God gave me beautiful daughters.
Yeah.
My husband and I have been married for 15 years now.
Wow.
And it's been a beautiful journey. I am the founder and the creative director at Dream House Events, which is an event deco company. We do event design, event management, and so many things within that we are growing into.
Yeah.
I also do work with my husband, who does team building, team leadership, with everything teams.
Okay.
That's what I do in a nutshell. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. How long have you been in this business?
Well, I've been in this business for a little over 10 years.
Wow.
Yes. When I started, it was really an easier field. But right now, there's lots of pressure and demand. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Growing in it has also been an amazing journey.
Yeah. All right, so then I just want to know, how did you start that Deco business? You know, how did you land and say Deco is the one? Just walk us through that journey.
Thank you, Lisa. I'll say it hasn't been an easy journey, but it has really been a worthwhile one. Like many ladies, by the time I was married, I was in formal employment, working an 8 to 5, and growing in the career ladder. I actually loved my job. I was in the bank, and I started from officer, quickly became a branch manager, and things were working. Yeah. But at that point, I had my second baby, and you know what happens to us. The nanny drama started. That one, I can't go there. Yeah. The working hours were so tight. You know, you're leaving at 6 a.m. and then you're getting back at 9 p.m. Yeah. Your babies are being raised by nannies, basically.
That's the truth.
That one was my reality. Yeah. And so I just decided, you know what, I can't continue like this. I tried to do a side hustle. And so with 2 friends of mine, Trisha and Rachel, hi guys, we tried this deco thing. Yeah. We first started out as 3 ladies, got the first gig, it worked out. The second gig, Lisa, they paid us 900 thou. You know, people cry.
Please,
got that job.
Me, what? Yeah.
My God, we had a profit margin of 30K.
No way.
We went to Bon Appetit, ate our chips, our Kathateke gum, like and after that we said bye. We parted ways. Of Deco is not for us. Anyway, so I resigned from that job. And I was at home for a year looking after my newborn. And when she grew, of course, my husband was now holding fort alone. And that was heavy.
Straining.
It was straining for him. And so God is amazing. He orchestrates things for me. He really did. My cousin came from Tanzania. He was now a lord. He was so loaded. He's like, Diana, you girl, you've been my girlfriend from when we were kids. Yeah. Come, I want you to do my deco for my wedding. Aye. And he first slaps me with money. Like, in the middle of Kampala Road. I was shaking. I said, am I going to be able to do this? Yeah. I called my husband, come, I have all this money. Find me. They're going to take it. They're going to steal it from me.
You know, when you get money, you walk differently. People
people said, you feel like they know you have it.
Yes.
So he found me, put it in his socks. We went home.
Yeah.
Looked at the money like this. Now what? So Lisa, with that money, I went and found a small store, opened a small shop in Tinder. went and looked up for small deco items because he gave it to me like 6 months to the event.
Yeah, so there was time.
There was really time to plan, and he told me he'd come 3 months to give me more money. So I went and said, you know what, let me start this business.
Yeah.
And I said, putting myself out there, and one thing led to another. By the time his wedding came, that was in December, I was ready to knock it out of the park. Before his wedding, I had done a kakwanjula, which I learned from, but mistakes happened. But I am so grateful for yeah, that was the way I started. And I've never looked back.
Ah, amazing, amazing. Now, before we go deep into the deco, just tell us about that transition, because many ladies out there have 8 to 5s, and they're wondering, should I quit, or should I do co on the side? For you, what would you say to them?
Lisa, in my case, I won't lie, I didn't think through it much. I didn't have a plan. My husband and I were in some financial, what do they call those things? Rackets, where you think you're pyramid schemes, where you think, okay, this thing will be a sure deal. But no sooner had I resigned than it also collapsed, you know. So I think it's something you really have to plan well, to think through. And then also, I really cheer on the moms who are making it work in office. Because I know so many of my friends who stayed in the corporate world and they have now grown. They worked through it. They put systems in place. They found out how to make their homes work. So they found a balance for it. So some of us are lucky to get out, and some of us are blessed to stay in. But even better, there are those who have managed to stay in and run businesses at the same time. So it works for anyone. The way you have to sit and think, what will work for me? How will I make it work? And it's possible. Yeah, it is hard, but it's possible. And somehow God gives women a certain, you know, grit, grit to make it work.
Okay, so we know that so many people are doing deco, etc. What makes your deco different, or what makes you stand out as a brand? You know, because it can help someone out there who's starting a business to just stand out. What are some of those things that have helped you?
Well, that's a very good question. So in the beginning, we did deco to... For me, I started doing deco because I was broke. You know, I was like, God, I need a hustle. Someone hooked me up, I got the ball rolling. But along the way, I realized this thing has potential to become bigger than me. I was supporting so many families with the people who work with me. I was supporting, of course, my own family, and we're making ends meet together, my husband and I. And so I really sat down and found out, why do I do this? What makes this worthwhile? And I realized for me at the end of the day, it was so simple. I loved to see my clients happy. I love to see a bride smile. I love to see her look when she sees her space for the first time.
It's like, wow.
Those were the moments I lived for. I don't care if people came early and said, wow, Dana, this is nice.
The bride.
Their comments didn't
matter as much.
It was the bride. So sometimes I'd get messages that night from them saying, wow, thank you so much. Or a phone call. Oh, you know, someone is in the middle of their honeymoon, but they can't board a plane without thanking you.
Wow.
For me, that made it special, that I've started you off on your marriage journey with joy, with some form of fulfillment, and you're like, yeah, and happiness. So that made me happy. And I also think God is for beautiful spaces. God is a God of beauty.
Yeah, that's true.
There is nothing that he has created that is ugly. And so for us, it is to take that and accentuate it and just make it, if you turn it upside down and paint it yellow, you know, it becomes even more beautiful. So we are co-creators with God.
That's
we
true.
are making his, what he's already done, we just make it more glorious. So he's using us.
So what I'm hearing from you is it's not even about you.
It's not.
It's about someone else's joy. When you feel that, that means it wakes you up, because you want to see a smile on someone's face. So guys, if you're in business, it's not just about you. What value are you adding to someone else? That's beautiful. So then you've been in business about 10 years. What are some of those things that have helped your business thrive? Because businesses, we close 2 years in and we're like, chiganye. What are those things?
Thank you. Well, Lisa, in the beginning, I was very particular with who I worked with, the vendors, the people. I wanted something of quality.
Yeah.
I was so picky. I said, you know, I don't want to give someone, even if they've paid me, I really want to go to my to see what is the best I can get for you.
Yeah.
So I was very particular with the vendors I worked with and the things I delivered. Is the linen pressed? Are the flowers still fresh as possible? Small things like that really mattered to my clients, and they referred me very quickly. Another thing that has helped me is, one of the things that has really stood out for me in this business was that I grew quickly. I grew very fast, and I got burnt out.
Okay.
Weekend after weekend, you're working. You're like
a
headless chicken, right?
Yeah.
But along the way, I was blessed to meet someone who could help walk alongside with me and join me in partnership. So I think we've been partners for about 3 years now.
Wow.
She's actually my sister-in-law. She's now my business partner. And what happened is that she came at a time when my weaknesses were glaring.
Yeah.
I knew my strengths, the things I'm good at. I love to put spaces together. I love to talk to clients. But behind, I didn't like managing our staff.
Yeah.
I didn't like running the systems of the business. And so she came in at the right time to support me. And then that really also was a very big stepping stone for me. Another thing that has helped me thrive is, for me, I network. I'm very intentional about networking.
Is it something that is natural, or you've learned it?
No, I have learned it.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely, I've learned it. Because when I just started, I didn't have anyone to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
There is a very big knowledge gap. When I came and I didn't know what to do. What do I need to put up an event?
Yeah.
But I found amazing ladies who just liked me and helped me and pointed me the direction. And every time I think of those ladies, those 2 ladies, one left the country, another one is now into the supplies end of the business.
Yeah.
I think I should pay it forward. You know, you can't be a mukono
alone. Yes.
You
Give
never
others.
learn. You get when you open up yourself, you will learn. And so I opened up myself to give and also to receive, to learn.
Yeah. And
that has helped me. One of the things that has come out of that is I built a strong network of friends in the industry, decorators, fellow ladies in the field like me. That later grew into, we started a fellowship actually.
Oh, wow.
In 2019, we started a fellowship and said meeting where we share tricks and tips. And each time we meet, one person has to bring something they present, maybe about installations, maybe about floor arrangements. And that really, I would always learn a new trick from those ladies.
Because you would think, if you're in the same business, competition. You know, like, don't share their tricks because that means other people will choose you over me. What's your mindset around that?
Man, Lisa, I always, of course you fear competition, but I have seen that there is enough sky for every star to shine. All of us can shine in this space. I mean, look at it. Practically, I can only do one weekend on a Saturday.
You can't serve every bride.
Sorry, I cannot do one wedding on a weekend. But yet, there is going to be over 1,000 that weekend. So why be stingy or greedy? You know? And we're all learning from the same space. We're all learning from Pinterest, YouTube. We're trying to put things together. And so when you come together, you even get greater ideas. And so for me, that has been a great space for me to learn, to grow. There's such a crutch. Even you can, I was once on site and things were going hayway. I called them, you people, this thing is, and they're like, no, don't worry. Sort it out like this. Let's send someone to come help you. So it's really been an amazing support system and helped us thrive. We've really grown into even a savings scheme now. And it's just an amazing group of ladies. Yeah, so that's really.
And I just want to ask, is your spouse involved in this business, like supporting you? Because sometimes as business owners, women, we want to do things alone, or we fear they may not accept our business, or, you know, how has your journey been like with your husband supporting your business?
All right, that's a very good question. So Lisa, I think one of the first things I did, anyone should do, is to tell the people they need support from what exactly they are doing. What exactly are you involved in? What does it entail? How many hours will it take? So for me, I was lucky enough to have a husband who was very understanding. I told him everything I do, or who I buy flowers from, and he would listen. And later on, I used to tell my help, my mom, my sisters, because this is my support system.
Yes.
But if I narrow it down to my husband, he has really, really been a great support. Why? Because he came from a place of understanding what it would need. I mean, on my very first job I did as a decorator alone, he came along to help me. He tried to hold up some fabrics for tents, but that was another story for another day. It didn't quite work out. But I mean, he's also sacrificed. He believed in me. He sold his car at a point that we could buy things. He had a dog business, which he also sold off so that we could still put into the business. And then actually what was interesting for me, because he had a big circle of people around him, church and friends. So what happened for the first years, all the jobs I would get, it was not because I was Diana Habasa, no, because I was Habzo's wife. Guys, it would be like in wedding meetings and like, who's going to do that? It's like, you guys, use Habzo's wife. And so I meet people and you're like, you're Habzo's wife. I'm like, you don't even know my name.
I know.
And so for me, I rode on that for a while. And in so many ways, he has supported me to this day. To this day, he challenges me and tells me what's next. Let's grow. Which direction are you growing into? And so we've been able to have Dream House grow into other fields of things that we do, just because he cheers me on.
That's amazing.
So really, once your spouse understands, I'm not hiding the money. I make the money and say, sweetheart, this is what this
you declare. Guys, declare.
You know, he won't have a hard time staying at home with the kids, helping them with
this is for us.
Exactly, because he knows when I'm done, I'm going to come back and say, this is what we made. What can we do together with this? And so for me, that's been he's really been supportive.
Oh, that's amazing. So as you've been in this business, what challenges have you faced, you know, so that we can learn? We don't have to go through the same things.
I know.
You've made some mistakes, maybe, your phone challenges. How have you been able to overcome them? Just let us know.
One of the biggest challenges I had at the beginning, I think I hinted on this, was the knowledge gap. I didn't go to school for this, Lisa. I didn't know where to start from. I had to teach myself. I had to put myself in spaces where I could learn. And sometimes as a creative, you also you just block out.
Yes, you can't think anymore.
Tomorrow, like, the event is tomorrow, and you're like, your people come say, give us the stage plan. I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. And that happens. But I've learned to put myself in spaces where I'm drawing inspiration. I'm not just maybe watching too much TV. No, I'll look at things that can inspire me. Another challenge is that it's a very high pressure job.
Tell us more about that pressure.
You know,
Braids,
you know, like how, I mean, it's understandable. They're not going to have this day ever again in their lives, you know? And so everything is riding on this setup. There are things I can control, and there are things I can't control. And even in the things I can control, I'm working with human beings.
I know.
You know?
Yes.
You can say do it like this, it comes out, hey, wait. That's not what I told you. You understand, eh? But yeah, a lot is in that, and that creates a lot of pressure. But I've learned to communicate. Just like having a good relationship with my clients. Just tell them, you know what, this is what we are going to do. In the event that, you know, you're outdoor, what if it pours or something? Those challenges are there, and they bring a lot of pressure. Committee will come and say, no, we want the venue by this time. So many things, but with time you learn to deal with the pressure, to communicate. I used to get heightened also with the pressure. You also start. Now, no.
You're calm.
No,
I think it's from experience, because if it was me, I don't know. It's a lot to deal with. But I like when you talk about communication, because we know so many service providers, something is not working out, but they're not telling you what's up. And you're like, what is it? Is it you don't have the things? What is going on? And I think that really helps. Yeah,
because of course, all of us, you don't have everything that you're going to use. So you're using vendors. Some will disappoint you, some will come through. But if you're communicating with your clients, it will always be a beautiful day. I tell my clients, even the decor that is, the day which is seeming difficult, that's going to be the most beautiful one. That's when you will see that it's going to be most glorious.
For me, my flowers fail mbona board
Oh,
so
dear.
there were like few flowers in the...
Oh, dear.
They refused me to see the space, yeah?
Oh, dear.
But I guess, you know, we can't
Yeah.
control things.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's-
How about like working with staff? Like how do you manage to deal with staff? You know, tell us more about that. Because we
Yeah.
want to recruit, but then how do we trust other people to do what we want them to do?
And that is so hard when you're in the creative space.
Yeah.
You want someone to see things your,
Your
way.
way, yeah.
Then you say, now do it yourself, and they do it the other way. But it's a process. You learn to trust other people.
Yeah.
You learn to say, here it is, do it, and let them do it.
Yeah.
And then just critique a little and say, just tweak that, and we're good to go. Of course, it wasn't like that from the beginning. I was such a control
Freak.
You want to make sure you're managing every detail, but that's not possible.
Yeah.
The more you empower and entrust people and tell them, that was good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's nothing like someone else hearing. They
feedback,
feel like you know it all, and
Yeah,
we
get
don't.
yourself still.
Yes, and you don't. But when you tell them, that was really nice, I really like how you've said that, I'm not going to touch it. Huh. The next time, like, can I be the one to
do it,
you know?
yeah.
And so it's really growing with them. I have not been very good with HR in the past.
Yeah.
My sister now
Does it.
runs their people. She's mama, like
Yeah.
mama.
Hey.
I'm like, let her be mama. But I've learned so much from her that people matter.
Yeah.
The people you work with matter. They can make or break me.
Yeah.
If tomorrow I had a setup and this 20, 30 people didn't show,
Disappeared. You will not make it.
I can't put it together.
Yeah.
I can't.
So you have to value them.
I have to value them. Each of them matter. I have to feed them. I have to make sure their families are doing well. So when we get on site to get a job done, we are one team.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know Deco business, sometimes you're working late in the night. You have children. You have a husband. How do you balance it? Like as a
Yes.
business and managing and making sure that this business grows, how do you balance that?
Yes. Well, in the beginning, I used to really, sleep on site and go all the way till morning, making sure it's done. But I have been blessed to have a team now that can manage. So I no longer, by 8:30, I'm driving out of there. You delegate and you trust. Also, it takes a lot of meticulous planning.
Okay.
You know, if people don't know what's going to happen, and now there's so many tools for us to plan. So there's no excuse. You can have a real schedule planner.
Yeah.
You have visual tools because you can show it to them visually. I want it to look like this.
What are those tools?
They are there on the internet.
Internet.
There's Canva, there's the design tools, SketchUp, so many little things you can use to model what you want to reproduce.
How it will look like. Okay.
Exactly. You can create 3D impressions.
Hey.
So it helps now. You can show your team and split them up and divide them. This is the team that will work on the ceiling, team table setup, team stage, and you understand.
Okay.
So once you have that, the systems will work.
Yes.
People like to be empowered. People like to be shown what to do. And once you give them that, they fly.
Yeah.
But in the past, we'd go to site and say, where do we start from? Everybody, come and be fast finished.
I know, and you're disorganized. Before you know it, it's time.
Yeah, it's time up. And so we had to learn to break it up, to trust and put a site manager for each thing, and you get the job done well. Yeah.
Amazing. So if there's a woman out there that wants to start a business, what tips would you tell her to incorporate, or what does she need to know? Yeah, just a few tips.
Well, I think start the business. Don't wait for all your ducks to line up in a row to get it done. We all learn. We all learn. I told you this.
Yeah.
You
didn't
start.
know.
I started from zero knowledge.
Yeah.
But I put myself out there and said, I love this thing. I love what it can do for me and people. So let me start. Let me learn. And for the deco business, it's a little easier even because you can start with a smaller event.
Yeah.
I mean,
Birthday.
people are now celebrating
Every
little thing, pre-proposal,
post-engagement party, birthday.
So, yeah, and these are your friends, so offer to start there. You will learn. And now there's too many spaces with this information online, and you can always learn. But don't wait for things to say, I'll have all the money, I will have all the followers, I will have, no, those things will take a lot of time. Be patient about money. you know?
Yeah.
Be patient with money. I have also been there where I want to do every job. They call me, yes, I will.
Yes.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And that's really a form of greed, you know? Be patient. Money comes slowly. Money comes through hard work, diligence, and planning. So I would tell someone to come in, learn, teach yourself, surround yourself with people who you can learn from, invest in yourself if you'd have to pay for it. Yeah, and it's good.
It will work.
It will work.
It will work.
It will work.
Amazing.
Yes.
Just one final question. Where is the place of God in your business?
Oh, God. Oh, that's
Because sometimes you may be thinking, I've done it.
yes.
Is it you?
Lisa. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. He's central to everything. In the beginning, when I started, I didn't even know why I was doing this. I didn't know it would later on become, you know, central to who I am. But God has really orchestrated all things I have seen from even my childhood when I did fine art to when I wanted to go and He has really orchestrated all things in line with this. He has also come through for us. Like I said, it's high pressure.
Yeah.
In the night, in the middle of the night when things are not working, I call on him, we pray, and he shows up.
Yeah.
My team and I take time to pray and ask God to come in and take over.
Yeah.
We pray for our clients, and I see God bring favor. You know, you can have a team. Some of you think they are going to be tough on you, but
their heart is warm.
Their heart is softened by God, and so God is central to the business. He's not someone you say, let me put him there
Aside.
and then first go to work, then come back, and no, he's with us
throughout
every step of the way. Yes.
Love it, love it. So people might want to reach you. Where do they find you? You know, social media, whatever. Let them know.
So you can find us on, first of all, our social media handles are Dream House Events on Facebook and on Instagram. Our store is in Kanyanya along Bahai Road. It's better to first call.
Yeah.
We meet clients on appointment. We want to first go through what do you want. What's your expectation to see if we are a fit, if what you want is what we have what you're looking for, and then we go into meeting you and putting everything beautifully together for you. So Dream House Events, like and follow, and then call us up.
Amazing.
Yes.
Also, please tell them to subscribe.
Oh,
yes.
And subscribe to Lisa's channel.
Yes.
This is the place to be. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Diana, for being
My
here.
pleasure.
It was amazing. I hope you guys have, learned something, delegate, always try and work with others because a team is one that helps you do better things. My name is Lisa Kusiima, and as always, I'm here to inspire. Woo.